be you. Nobody told you the truth of the dating here because people want to make things difficult. Why? So that you will have no success in life. So because if you don't have a money, whatever, your people, it's easy to control you as a manager. Because imagine yourself, if everything is difficult, you are constantly putting some challenge or putting work towards. I try to understand the dating market and whatever it is at this stage. Okay, so how it really works. Understanding here is like something like I want to really understand this woman, how their brain works. What is attractive a man here? What is the behavior here? It's kind of interesting in cases like understand different man, what makes one man this to other man compare here. It's not about only like understand what is genetics, but also like imagine the world is full of the people who is not really help, but nobody put some effort there. Like I have some interaction like one time, and it's usually like something like here. The girl is really nice and talk here, but the women, the girls have this thing is that they one time interested to meet someone just for fun. I don't say fun, but kind of like it's kind of women behavior just one time with one time sex. Imagine you always have to fuck girls in the first opportunity here. It's now or never. Imagine yourself here. It's like not all girls are prostitutes here. It's kind of like imagine your life. You could be so much successful, but there are factors and conditions in this universe what is against you here. Are they from inside or are they from external here? Imagine here is that you have some girls and your interaction was kind of cool sometimes not so cool, and you try to understand these girls who are interested in you here. Well, I don't know why they're so interested, some girls like that here. Anyways, some girls see it, but they don't really react to it. And imagine yourself like, do you disappoint some girls or not getting the ideal interaction? You're like, yeah, look at this chin, it could be a better, bigger, because it's kind of cool here, because like, this chin is getting a little bigger. A lot of times like your chin is a little bit bigger because of what it used to be. It's like, yeah, that's something like a cool. Imagine yourself like nobody helps you. Like, what is attractive, man? What is your attractive behavior? What is attractive anything? It's like you're just like blank slate, kind of come from zero, and you're like, hey fellas, what is attractive in case for these girls? If the girls bring their friends, it's always kind of like trying to get with this. Always try to be alone when you meet the girls here. Imagine that's so important here. When the girl is so smiling and happy face, it's kind of like, hey, what's up? You can kiss girl and things happen here. And then it's like, well, you do this and that's, like, it's kind of crazy here, isn't it here? Is that you could be so much more successful, but if you just like change your attitude, like imagine yourself like there's all these girls around the world here, and they have a lot of different perception, different tensions here, and you're really attractive on many level here, but you just don't know holistically what is it here. It's like there is some birthday party, like go it here. If there's a wedding party, go it for it here. Imagine like you are very successful like a public speaking. You should really like talk about this way. One of the interesting aspects is socialization versus kind of like understand the human matrix or fabric of the interaction models here. There's a lot of different interaction models in the world here. How you speak, what you do. Like be a somewhat motivational speaker here. It's like here's a guy and he's in there on stage and speak a lot of the crowds, etc. here. But it's not kind of like my biggest thing quality life. Like I like to make here. I'm for sure willing to have public speak anytime opportunity arises. I'm always willing to be in theater. But I'm not kind of a guy who's interested to be like professional motivational speaker who just do that kind of a job here, because it's not kind of like it's take a lot of energy and kind of like inevitability here. So I'm not like trying to be like this is my biggest quality line here, and but try to understand here like I talk about this helplessness here of the people here. It's like I don't know, like people are useless some level here. Am I useless? And it's interesting concept here is that what is your realism, and you can make money. Imagine, so like right now, if there's a condition here, if I will just a little bit change my way of how I think and act, and no, I wonder myself like right now, take one step. How can I become better in this? Speak more with other people here. It's kind of good the way how to become better with the people. Just start interacting as many people as possible. Say always hi, always be friendly, and even nothing happen here. Because imagine like yourself, you always have new obstacle coming here. It's like hi, you put yourself out there here. And then wonder myself like, so what is the next thing here? Going to obstacle here. What is it? Because I'm like, you just making some friends there, and you don't try to meet them or fuck them or anything like that here. You just like, I got some new chick here. We can interact here. Something here. It's like she maybe liked here. If you go this place here, is that I don't know. Just makes a lot of the connection where like, wow, you do this thing here. It's like crazy here. Imagine like me doing the same thing. Like, how can I have the motivation? This thing here. That is something like I'm wondering myself. I look at myself mirror here, and you want to look at girls and you see the interaction with them here. Try to always understand it here. Is that the girls are materialistic here? And are you really attracted to them here? Are you really, like, imagine myself here. There's a girl and you maybe ignore my gay kind of like interaction with this girl is not ideal here. Imagine myself like, he's a girl, she have her brain, she have her preference, type, etc, etc. Kind of thing is that if you only want to fuck some girl, it's like, what do you want to have this thing at? Is that here's one girl and she's a little friendly here, but you're not really excel here. Interacting with her the way what is going to help you happen here. And that is it here. I can read about some girls' profiles here. Some girl doesn't even take a picture of themselves. Okay, so like you can see, like there's one girl, and you can see all the posts, the messages like a 50-50 even here. The contacts me and the girl here, because like showing something and try to really understand it here. Because so like here, this girl even blocked her face with this attractive character. Here is this girl, and she's kind of like 4 on 10. It's just too choppy here, okay, so maybe you should just throw her away here. Like, why do you have girl like this, 4 and 10? Why you put effort here? And what the effort you put, you want to ask yourself like this, like, is it options? And I'm like, well, can you get something else? Can I get it more better? Because like, are you really fucking masculine? Or are you fucking like, what's going on here? Is all mind changed here. Okay, this girl is not that attractive, so maybe I just kind of like let her go. That is interesting aspect. I just let it go. Like, do you need to interact with all the girls all the time? Imagine like what is the basis of the interaction, me and all these girls in this world, okay? And it's like, maybe it's about the eyes, okay? So try to understand what is it here, so like here is the perception here, because it has to come from somewhere. Do you have enough energy to really get going on here? I have actually interesting idea here, case in there. Well, it looks like a lady boy here, case in there. Why do you interact with someone here, case in there? So are you 100% sure that someone is? Well, if that picture is not, then what is not here? So this girl is not attractive. So why do you interact with some girl who is not attractive here? It's like, okay, just block here, guys, and just 4. Okay, I don't need here, guys, and this kind of thing is block here. And I get one girl less here. Here's some other girl here. Just looking for here how interaction happen with each of the girls here, each of people in the world here. Are you going to really interact with these girls? Are you going to really go somewhere in this world here? Are you going to really advance in this life? Or are you just going to struggle here? Because here's some girl you really attract at some level here. Cool. I'm like the biggest hard thing in someone's life when I attract the girls. Like here's a girl you interacted here, but it's kind of we still keep wanting to waste time with cursor. We are not attracted here. Are we practicing here the skills of this cursor here? Imagine yourself here. Is that you don't need to send all different videos here. It's like, oh, that's what's bad here. Shit, I recognize it. I was doing some little mistakes here, and that was not really that attractive, and the girl was a little disinterested because of that aspect here. I see the same cursor in different channels here, and all I can say here is that I wonder myself, like, well, what is going on here? That's the big word here. Is that what's going on here? We don't know. Here's the same girl, and she interacted with me in other website here. Do you have a channel here? It's like, that's fucking crazy here. What do I think about this girl here? Well, there's a lot of different people of different ages here. I don't know. Imagine it's kind of crazy, that thing here too here. Do you have a channel here? Well, okay. I can't find you in YouTube. Well, that was cool here. And now you put it here. Maybe something what I put there. The girl is little interested, but she's imagine yourself like kind of like action type here. Okay, so like there's a different women interested you some level like they're not really that interested, but they're not totally disinterested either here. It's kind of like you have well, but maybe they're busy something else. Maybe you just I don't know. It's kind of things that you have a lot of girls and they maybe don't read your messages. Kind of like a thing here. Imagine here's a girl and she see your messages here, but nothing really happened. Here's some girl. She may be not attractive or whatever here. So you can just take it off here. She was never really interested, so I don't message this girl in particular right now. It's like a let it go. And I can message many other girls. Imagine like a lot of girls you don't message because you block them. And maybe it's difficult to take off those blocks when you put once in there here. He's a girl and he okay here. Same to you here. Let me try to understand this girl. One by one I go the girls here. They're not really attractive. And there's some family pictures and well, I don't know how to rate her. I'd say 4. So should I block all the girls who are 4 here? That's a good question, and I cannot really answer it. And that is a very, very good question. So it's a highlight the masculinity here, and not going down here. So like, imagine yourself like you need feedback here. You're really totally like out of knowledge. It's like let's get some milk here.